All right. Hello. Good afternoon. TCB. How are you? Looks like you are the first one here. Yeah, I kind of planned this kind of at the last second. I like your chat there. Hey Mal, now there's two. So we have TCB who said a chat isn't a chat when it's lived in by one lonely one. And then Mal says, hey mate, now there's two. So yes, two of us here. Hope you are all doing well. Hey Stefano, how you're doing? So I'm doing this chat a little bit differently. I did not do YouTube. Robert, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining in. Um, I uh, I did not do YouTube live. I'm doing StreamYard only because I don't like Sam. How are you doing, Sam? Hope you're doing well. Um, but yeah, decided to do this through StreamYard only because I don't like how YouTube works. Like the comments pop up as you guys comment, and then it's only up for like maybe 4 or 5 seconds, and then it goes away. So I got to constantly, and especially if you guys are commenting, Ken, what's up, buddy? Paul, what's up? Wow, we were growing quick. Wow, that went up quick. Marcelo, how are you doing? Thank you for joining in. Yeah, if you missed it, I was saying how I'm doing this live stream through StreamYard. When I have a guest, I always use StreamYard because I like how it works. Um, but I don't like how YouTube Live, like when you guys comment, like how each of you commented, it'll pop up, like kind of fade in, and it's only up literally. I'm not kidding you, for like 5 seconds, and then it fades out. So I got to constantly hit. Oh, love the comments, like, or the pop-ups that come in. But yeah, so it gets really annoying. It gets really annoying, and I'm trying to read all of them and answer them. So I'm like, you know what, StreamYard does do that. So all your comments are always on the right. I can see it. I can see as you guys come in, so it's good. But yeah, I just wanted to come on. A lot of stuff coming out for the month of April. Um, we have, of course, FTD, the Making of Blue Hawaii. We have Elvis's recorded at Madison Square Garden. We had the Record Store Day release, which I just did a video. I uploaded it. I think it went up about an hour or so ago. I wasn't going to do a review on it, quite honestly. It had been done. I know Ed did it. I know Scotty from his channel, he's going to do one this week. Joseph, his channel, he did one. So I've seen a few of them, and there's a couple of channels that I've subscribed to, but I don't have, I don't see a lot of their stuff pop up. So I'm a firm believer in supporting the Elvis community. So I will subscribe to any and all Elvis channels that I see that pops up, and every once in a while, one will pop up um, in my stream or whatever you call it. And Carrie, what is up? Elvis 78 sale, how are you doing? So yeah, hope I didn't miss anybody. Carrie, Elvis 78, Sam. So I think I got you all here. But yeah, so a lot of stuff coming out. I know Elvis 1972 came out I think at the beginning of the month or the end of March. There's I think a couple MRS releases coming out. So just a ton of good stuff coming out. You have the two VPI releases in Europe. That is Elvis's Black, which I have not ordered yet. I've had a lot of people ask me if I want to get it. I probably will. I'm not going to get it now, but I probably will eventually get it. Hopefully, I can get it before it sells out. But there's that one, and there's also Elvis Was the One, which is a single disc, also released by VPI. So someone else entirely. Hey, glad to be here. We're glad to have you here too, Tracy. Hope you are doing well. So yeah, a lot of great stuff. So I did my review. Let me just pull it. I did do a review on this album. I'm sure many of you have gotten this. Um, there's no hype because the hype sticker on these things they're impossible to get off. I tried to take it off when the plastic was on. Joe, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Joseph? Glad that you can be here. Um, you know what, TCB? I will agree with you. TCB says, I hate the title Elvis is Black Inviting Trouble. That was my first thought when I saw that was about 2 months ago when I saw that was being released. Um, yeah, it's one of those titles that I think kind of invites maybe some controversy. I don't have an issue with it, but you hear people say, oh, Elvis stole the sound from the black sound, and Elvis did this, and he stole this from the like. That's nonsense, in my opinion. Elvis had his own style, and he adopted it. David, what is up, brother? But yeah, I won't even get into all that. But yeah, I eventually look to get that one, and especially the I was Elvis was the one. That has a nice selection. But yeah, this has a nice gatefold. If you had a chance to watch the video that came up about an hour ago, I talked about it. I'm not a big fan. Oh, it's weird. Everything's backward. I'm not a fan of this picture, but I like this part. I like that it has the announcement for this single. Everything's backwards, and then down here, and then the announcement for this thing for this single. It's hard to do. It'd probably be easier if I just do that. Like this picture right here. I think that's Elvis's August '72 engagement at the International. Here is them talking about this is Elvis, which this one on the front says Elvis's new sacred album, He Touched Me Now, available. But the Elvis way, how are you? Lost my train of thought just that quick. Oh, on this particular 45 at the bottom right here, that one. But also on the flip side, announced Elvis's new, I think it says live album, Standing Room Only, which, as we all know, never came to fruition. RCA had He Touched Me out on the charts. He also had, they knew they were going to record Elvis's record at Madison Square Garden. That came out. So for whatever reason, the powers that be at RCA, and I think the Colonel had something to do with it, they nixed it. The project was dead. So really interesting. Eric Klingerman says, where can I buy that? Eric, in my video, I did state it, what you can do if they have any. So apparently, and all of you can comment and let me know, I heard from probably 3 different sources that they pressed 3,000, I want to say 3,995 copies of that. Odd number. Like, why not make it 5,000 or 10,000? Collecting the King. Hey, Collecting the King, how are you? I appreciate you joining in. Love your channel. Watch it quite often. Collecting the King, very good stuff. You have a fantastic collection, one of the most diverse ones that I've seen. But Eric, I'm getting back to your question. So I initially I was supposed to work. I work Saturdays, and I knew I was going to be working. So I actually called my local record store that was taking part in the Record Store Day sale, and they advised me, which I wasn't shocked. They said that I was going to pay for it and then have them hold it for me and then me pick it up this week. They told me they couldn't do that, that for them being a participant of Record Store Day, that record stores were forbidden from doing that, and they could get in a lot of trouble if they did. You had to be in person. You're only limited in most stores to 1 copy per person. So yeah, I know some stores will let you get a second copy. I think Ed got my copy there because I ended up not going into work. I took the day off, and time just got away from me. I got busy. I wasn't able wasn't able to get in there and get a copy. But Ed from the King's Court was there. He's right up in New York, up the turnpike. He got it for me and mailed it that afternoon within like an hour, and I got it yesterday and did my review. I will tell you, I heard from I think Joseph's channel said it, Ed's channel said it. They all raved about how great it sounds. It's clean, it's crisp, it punches you, man. It just has a nice, full, rich sound. And I was expecting it to sound good, but I was not expecting it to sound as good as it did. It was mastered very, very well. Just a great job all around. Tracy says, not sure about the number for Burning Love. My hype stickers on the other 2 state 1,500 limited edition. Tracy, was that for Elvis's Black and Elvis's was the one? Because if that's the case, they usually only press that many, because I bought several titles from them. But I could be wrong. Maybe you are correct on that. Yeah, Joe says totally amazing sound control. Yeah, I agree. So the question was posted, does anybody have the Mr. Potato Head collection for Elvis? Unbelievable. Yeah, no, I'm not interested. That's just me. I tell you what, man, the market is strong out there. It's heavy for anything Elvis, and it's amazing to me how much merchandise. Like, now is a great time to be an Elvis fan, Mystery Train says, okay, I was wrong. 3,950. I know it's 3,900 something. I just didn't know what it was. Mystery Train says it is 3,950. And Tracy, yes. So VPI, which is a label out of France, it's a French label. They are the ones who released both Elvis's Black and Elvis Was the One. So yeah, theirs are normally limited to 1,500 copies. I have several of their releases. Great quality control, great sounding vinyl, heavyweight vinyl, 180 gram. I just love everything they do. So yeah, I will definitely have to get both of those copies initially. Now I will tell you that I was talking to Joseph about this earlier. We were talking, and he mentions this in his video. He put up a video too. He previews the FTD Elvis's Back 4 CD box set. Check out his channel. He's got a great channel. Him and I have become really good friends. Just a great all around person. But he did a video reviewing that release, and we were talking about our favorite. The night before, we were talking about our favorite um, time frame for Elvis and his career. Mine is 1960 to 1962. Joe's is 1968 to 72, but he loves that 60 to 62 like I do. Elvis's voice, he could hit the falsettos, he could hit the low tones. It was just awesome. Get all three Get all three RSD releases online Saturday, not queuing. Oh, okay. Wow. The title Elvis is Black because all the songs were written by. That's what I assumed, Mystery Train. That's why the release was called that. But yeah, it is. It is an awkward title. I'm not a fan of that title. TCB, thanks, Joseph. Had some good test results today. Oh, I hope you are doing well, buddy. Not sure what the tests were, but I hope everything comes back clear for you. Pray that you're in good health, brother. So I'll have you in my thoughts and prayers there. But yeah, I really like the vinyl for the Elvis's Black set. It's 3 discs. One is black and orange. One is black and white. And I think the other one is black and silver. I think those are the colors. And then Elvis Was the One is it's kind of like, I think it's a mixture of red and white vinyl. But really cool vinyl. They do a good job. They do a really good job. Like I said, I have most of their releases on vinyl. I've done videos if you look through my library. So Tracy said, like trying to pick your favorite child, what time frame is the best? Yeah, it is. Because I do love the 70s. Oh, the reason why I even brought that up, my least favorite voice, and I hope I don't offend any of you, my least favorite time frame for Elvis is the Sun years and 1956. And I only say that I only say that because Elvis's voice in that time frame, 60 62, like I said, he can hit those high tones, he can hit the low baritone. He just had so much emotion in his voice. Then right around 1968 to 1969, it's really evident for the comeback special. I hate that title. The 68 special and the From Elvis in Memphis. His voice was so soulful on that record. Like it was like the only time that during that time frame that his voice sounded like that. It was unbelievable. So David says, does anyone know if there is anything on the Madison Square FTD set that is not on Prince from Another Planet? So yes and no. So no, as far as the audio, it is the afternoon show on June 10th of 1972 and the evening show, which is on Prince from Another Planet. The third disc on that set, Prince from Another Planet, has a video that is synced up with him from the afternoon show. There's some parts where it blacks out. It's pretty cool because they time it with his lips from him singing it. It's really cool. And then I think it's got several excerpts from the press conference where on the FTD set, it's got the afternoon and evening show remastered again. How many times can they remaster it? But remastered again. And then the third disc, I think, is audio of the press conference. Let me see here. Mark, you have an amazing channel. Glad to be your friend. Yes, me too, Joe. Elvis 78 says he changed his voice during this years. Elvis's Sun records and first years was very fresh. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that wholly, Elvis 78. I thought his voice. I think the reason, and it's not to say I do not like his music from them. It's just my least favorite of the decades. And I just think by 1957, he was starting to like grow, like get into his voice. He was starting to establish that wonderful voice. And by like 1958, man, he was stellar. 59 when he did the sessions for that album, and then 1960 when he came out of the army. Oh man, just he worked his magic. I'm a fan of the 70s. He sure worked a lot on his voice after the army. He gave his powerful performance in the 60s and 80s. Yeah, awesome. Tracy, hold on. Just, now it's just keeping up with the comments. So I hope I didn't miss anybody. When in the mood, I love the youthfulness of the Sun years, and the potential was so evident. It sure was, Tracy. I agree. Michael, good afternoon. David, thanks for that, Mark. Will you be buying it? David, you mean the are you referring to David, are you referring to the Elvis's recorded at Madison Square Garden? Because I will be getting it. I'm trying to collect all the CDs that were released. There's like 100 and I don't know, 160, 170. I have about 120 and counting, so I will be getting it. Mal says, I got the new Mo-Fi from Elvis in Memphis the other day. It's amazing. Mal, you were the first one that I've seen that has received their copy yet. I think Joe, his copy is on the way. I think Ed from King's Court, he should be getting his soon. And there'll definitely be some reviews. So I have some what's that saying? I have some coals in the fire. I have some stokes in the fire. I can't remember how they say that. I got a few things in the works that I'm going to be picking up. And they're a little bit pricey. I have an opportunity to pick up a couple FTD books that are very rare and from 10 plus years ago that I'm getting from someone. So I'm going to be focused on them. There's a couple FTD albums I'm going to be getting. So I will wait. But I'll eventually get from Elvis in Memphis, because that's one of my favorite albums. Okay, hold on. Yeah, David, I just wanted to confirm if that's what you were referring to, the Elvis's recorded Madison Square Garden. Joe says every era has its own special, unique way. I feel like he progressed along the way. Yeah, he did. He definitely progressed. Mike, my peak voice was 62, 64. Also really good stuff. I mean, his voice was starting to get more baritone by 63, around the Fun and Acapulco times. Yeah, he was definitely he was definitely starting to get that deeper, that more richer voice. Have you read the Elvis book, What Happened by the Fire? I haven't. Anthony, I do have Elvis and Me by Priscilla Presley. Pretty good book. It's not harsh. I was expected to be a little harsher from her, but it was not. I didn't think. But yeah, I will not read Elvis, What Happened. I have my own reasons for it. I think a lot of it is garbage. And a lot of it was just people that were pissed off because they got fired. That's just my personally. Mike, yes, irons in the fire. Thank you, brother. I knew it was something in the fire. I was thinking coals in the fire, but the coals are already in there because they're burning. Duh. But yes, irons in the fire. So yeah, I have a couple things I'm going to be buying this Friday. I got something so incredibly cool that is coming. Joseph, you may know, I think I did tell you because we chat often, but I have something that's arriving that I am so over the moon excited about. I've had my eye on it for the last couple of years. It's long since deleted. It's from FTD, but it's something that I've wanted for the longest time. And I found somebody who had a brand new copy, and I got it for a sick, like cheap price for it too. Collecting the King says, bought mine directly from Mo-Fi. So Collecting the King, as I said, man, you want to talk about somebody who is knowledgeable and has a massive collection. It is Robert from Collecting the King. Just a good guy. Robert, hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling better, brother. So yeah, he got him. A lot of people bought it directly from, sorry, I get a cramp. Old man here. Yeah, a lot of people did buy it directly from Mo-Fi. That's probably where I would get it. Joe says, nice mail, can't wait to arrive as well. I believe it should be in by tomorrow. Yeah. Tracy, have seen a few documentaries regarding the Memphis Mafia. Can't believe how they betrayed him. Who needs friends like that? Yeah, he definitely, it's a shame. I don't know. I think some of them, they all cared about him deeply, but from what I've read and some of the books I've read, they had a hard time telling Elvis no. They just did. And that was part of it. That was part of the issue. Eric says I have the chance to buy the complete 4-box set. What do you think? It's a 4-box set. Which title is that, Eric? I was trying to pretend that the Elvis in Memphis didn't exist. Now I have to buy it. Expensive time. Yeah. Diane says waiting for mine from MoFi. Come on, why is this? No. Yeah, for some reason my comments went to blue. I can still read everything, but hold on, just no, I don't want to do that. Okay. It was impossible to say no to Elvis. It was, Tony. I agree with you. Yeah, it's I don't know. John Wilkinson was a great guy, great to talk to. Robert, I guess I take it you saying that you've met him. Of course, I know you've met a lot of people in Elvis' circle, which I'm very jealous of. Goldman book is trash, really bad. Yeah, Dick. Um, yeah, I've heard that book is garbage too. I will tell you, the sound is amazing. The new MoFi Elvis at Memphis, the separation of the sound is amazing. Yeah, Robert, that is so cool. Yeah, I'm anxious to get the from Elvis in Memphis. Like I said, I love the album. I have an original copy. Robert, I bought mine with the bonus photo from you several months back. I have the Elvis on vinyl, music on vinyl edition, and I have the FTD vinyl and the sessions. He was a guest at my shows. Very cool, Robert. Very cool. What would Elvis songs have been like if he wasn't in the movies? See, my personal opinion, I like the soundtracks. I'm one of those fans. I like the majority of the soundtracks. Uh, there's a couple I don't like as much. I'm not huge on Frankie and Johnny or Harem Scarum, which I know a lot of people. I'm finding out a lot of people love Harem Scarum, and I don't hate either one of them. I just think that because I've always said this: most of his soundtracks are really good. You have a couple stinkers here and there, but the majority of his soundtracks are really good, especially his earlier ones. And even the ones that are not so great, there's definitely a few songs on there that are toe tappers. I think. Yeah, I see that, Mel. I don't know how to get it off. Mal was saying my comment is still on the screen. I have no idea. It just popped up and I cannot get it to go off. Let me try that. All right. Okay, I'm back. I don't think I lost everybody. Yeah, I am so sorry about that, guys. So Mal was telling me his comment was on there. I guess all you guys can see it too. It just popped up, which is weird. Only his popped up and it stayed there. I thought only I could see it. So when I hit the options, it highlighted his comment and said remove from chat. So when I hit that, it took me out of the chat. Thanks, Joe. I appreciate it. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I was off the air for 8 seconds. So sorry about that. Yeah, Mal, you do have that effect on people. Yeah, I do like StreamYard. I actually have the free service. I know you can upgrade it like for $9.95 a month. You can do different things, but for what I need it for, it works fine for me. And like I said, I like it better than YouTube Live. Um, Marcus, I tried to remove somebody's comment that was on the screen. When I did, I hit remove me from it, and it knocked me out for a second. Tracy said, as cheesy as the movies were, they brought Elvis to the masses overseas in a huge way. For a lot of people, it was our first time seeing his charisma and talent, then on to buying their records. Glad to see you here, Marcus. Hope you're doing good, my friend. All right, Robert. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. It's the Australian releases, all four still sealed. Yeah, Eric, if you can get it for a good price, man, I would do it. But what was I saying? See you later. Oh, just to see you later, Robert. Yeah, Robert's a good guy. He's I bought a number of things from him. It's always top notch stuff. Read Elvis What Happened when it came out. I admire Elvis even more after reading it. He was a man in an unimaginable gilded cage doing his best for everyone. Yeah, I mean, a lot of, and this was brought up, I saw this in another chat that I was actually in watching, and it came up that the last probably year and a half of Elvis's life, he really had no business touring. He was not in good health. But the only reason he continued to do it is Elvis's financial situation was kind of in dire straight, so to speak. I've read that in a couple different books, people that know him. And he felt like he had to support his friends, his family, those in his inner circle. So that's why he continued touring to make the money they needed to support that. That's what I've heard. I think that's a pretty close assessment. Eric, how are you doing, buddy? Glad to see you here. Glad that you can join us. Ken says, did Elvis movie contract require him to make the kind of movies they did? You know what? And I only found this out about a year and a half ago. When Elvis would sign a contract, the Colonel Parker, I mean, he had a lot of input into what material was going into the movies as far as the music and some of the material that was made in the movie. I never knew that, but he had. That's why a lot of people, Colonel Parker, for people who knew him, they're hit and miss because some people really liked him. Priscilla Presley said he was a great guy. He got a bad rap, but I don't know, man. He got 50% of everything Elvis did, so that's crap to me. Any news on release date of Blue Hawaii box set yet, Mal? They said that it was coming out in Europe on the 24th, which was Monday. I bought mine from a seller in the UK, and I haven't heard anything about being shipped out yet. Always, let me see. Robert has cost me a lot of money in post collecting That's Frank, Mike. I probably bought maybe 4 or 5 records from Robert, but he in fact, I'm getting ready to buy another one from him soon. So Mystery Train says Mal Walsh says May 15th. That's in the U.S. because everything in the U.K. and anything in Europe, it comes out usually 2 to 3 weeks before anything in the U.K. So I think it's technically been released. So hold on. Steve says, always find your videos interesting and entertaining. Keep up the great work, Mark. Thank you, Steve. I really do appreciate that. That's why I do this. I love the positivity that I get from my viewers, my followers. So I really like that. Elvis 78 says, I think Elvis took care more to family and friends than himself. That's evident. It's really evident. I was actually online looking at some pictures 2 nights ago, and it was 2 pictures over above each other. And one was in 73 for the Aloha special, and one was him in the sundial suit in 77. And it's almost shocking to see the difference in Elvis and his appearance. It's just, I don't know. Joseph says he's believe it's really. I heard the 28th, Joe. Somebody's told me yesterday, I think, that it's being released in the UK on the 28th. So yeah, which is I'm not even sure what today is, the 25th, maybe 26th. Marcus, yes, I will be doing some more videos. I've had a few requests for the new collector series. Marcus, you're a veteran though, bro. You don't need any of those kind of videos from you. You got an awesome collection. TCB, I agree with you, TCB. We judge Elvis films harshly. If you look at other 60s pop musical, they're dire. Look at those beach blanket bingo things that came out with, who was it? Not Frankie Valli. What was her name? And the girl who was in the Mickey Mouse Club. They're both, I think, she's deceased, but I can't think of her name. Tracy says that's the sadness of Elvis's management. He was all about maximizing his end. Yep. not about his one and only client's artistic career. Yeah, I mean, the Colonel was out for himself, plain and simple. How I feel about him doesn't matter. How anybody feels about him doesn't matter. He's passed. But my thing is, yeah, he did. He tried to subsidize and get squeeze every dollar out of Elvis. But I will say this: I've always said this. Annette Funicello, you're right. I think I said that right. D. Phil, Annette Funicello, Frankie Avalon, Annette Funicello. Thank you. Michael Annette Funicello. I could not think of her name. Mystery Train Annette Funicello. I could not remember her name. I knew it started with an A, but I couldn't remember. I could see her face. But she started in all those 60s. They called them beach blanket bingo movies, which I always thought was weird, but they were enormously popular. And it's funny, man. I remember when I first saw Girl Happy, which I really like that movie. When I was watching it, it's kind of corny, but to me, it's entertainment, man. Elvis looks great. He sounds great. I like the movie. I like the plot in it. I really enjoy his movies. Cliff Richard's movies were bloody awful. I don't think I've ever seen them. The bottom line is all Elvis movies made money, bad or good. Don, I would agree with you. Mike Butcher, Young Sally Fields. I would agree with you. Now, I will say his movies did start taking a hit right around 65, 66-ish, right around the, right after Girl Happy, Tickle Me in 65, Harem Scarum, Frankie and Johnny. The proceeds, the money at the box office was starting to go down because there were formulated movies. Tracy says Tom Parker was so short-sighted. Imagine the money they could have earned if he had performed overseas. No doubt, Tracy. Cliff was the UK Elvis. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about him, Tony. Probably doesn't. Yeah, Ken, I agree with you there. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy the soundtracks. In fact, Girl Happy is. I think I was talking to Joe about that. If you see me shifting, I get bad leg cramps. I mean, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm in relatively good health, but I exercise. I actually worked legs. I exercised my legs today. I think that's what the issue is. I meant what? Yeah, Elvis 78. Like I said, I enjoy. You know what? One of my favorite. I was talking to somebody about this recently. One of my favorite movies, and I would probably rank it definitely top 5, and it might shock all of you. And it had toward the Elvis's end, toward his end of his movie career. It was actually considered kind of scandalous. It was kind of a role that Elvis didn't do, but I really enjoy Live a Little, Love a Little. I think Elvis looks great in it. The few songs that are in it are wonderful. It's got a funny plot, but like I said, it's a little overtly, there's definitely some sexual innuendos throughout the movie. But it's a great movie. I really enjoy it. Joe had Girl Happy soundtrack while you were working for him. I saw that, Joe. Great album. I love it. His charisma and screen presence carries even the worst of movies. I agree. Yeah, Mr. Train, I agree with you, man. And I also agree with whoever said that he could have made. Could you imagine if he would have toured Europe and Asia or where bands and solo artists go today? If it was a true world tour, unbelievable, man. He wouldn't have had to. He wouldn't have had to worry about any money even later in his career. Tracy, I do too. When she's trying to like, can I scratch your back? And Elvis is kind of like, no, get away from me. GI Blues, awesome. David, yeah, GI Blues was actually one of the first Elvis movies I saw when I was a kid. Michael, Girl Happy is one of my favorite, man. I love it. I have a mint copy, an original. I think it's LPM. I think it's a modern pressing, and it's awesome. Elvis 78 says, I don't like Kissing Cousins. Yeah, it wasn't one of his strongest roles, but I'll have to disagree with you on Paradise Hawaiian Style. I enjoyed that movie. I saw it as a kid, probably when I was 9 or 10 years old, not long after Elvis passed away. And I actually I not only enjoyed the movie, I enjoyed the soundtrack, but I'm with you on Kissing Cousins. It's rough. Carrie says, change of habit. Okay, you're not going to believe this. I've seen parts of it. I have never seen the full movie. I've seen probably more than half of the movie, but it was a serious role for Elvis, and it got a lot of good reviews. Live a Little, Love a Little is funny, and Elvis was at his best shape. Yeah, he was, man. Elvis 78. He was in great condition. He was slim. He looked great. He was a great voice. I think that's why 1968 might be, in my opinion, when Elvis was at his peak, at his very best. Like he was doing the 68 special and was just amazing. Loving You is my fave. Tickle Me. So we got some different titles here. People were saying, Tickle Me was not bad. I didn't mind Tickle Me. Loving You, I saw when I was probably 11 or 12, and I remember it like it was not that long ago, and it was many years ago. Change of Habit, I do enjoy very much. Yeah, I do too, Joe. Um, yeah, so Mary Tyler Moore, the only kiss for I was gonna say, you know what, Mr. Train? Technically, yeah, I know they did not have a romantic relationship. You know who else? And I only found this out probably 6 to 9 months ago. You know, because it's well known that Elvis hooked up with a lot of his co-stars. But you know who he surprisingly did not hook up with? Actually, there's two. There's actually three total. Mary Tyler Moore. There might be others, but Shelley Fabares. They never had any type of romantic. They admired each other and were great friends. But from what she said in an interview I read, they never hooked up or had like that type of relationship. And also Nancy Sinatra. Nancy Sinatra in an interview, and I think it was on Conan O'Brien. It was an interview from like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. And Conan O'Brien, who I didn't know, is also a huge Elvis fan, but he asked her straight up. She was like, "Did you sleep with Elvis?" And she said, "No, I wanted to, but it never came to that. We were great friends. While we were on the set of Speedway, he would call me in my trailer and we would talk. And even after the movie, for years, he talked to me and was always a supporter of me. But she said, no, it never came to that. They were just good friends." Parker was a small-time manager who landed the greatest start ever. Yep, I agree with you, TCB. D. Phil, he hooked up with Donna. Donna. King Creole, Eric, I agree. King Creole is a phenomenal movie and a phenomenal soundtrack. Top 5 soundtrack for me. Trying to make sure I don't. Oh, Donna Douglas. Sorry, D. Phil. What movie was she in, D. Phil? I'm trying to think what movie Donna Douglas was in. Michael says, I saw Change of Habit at the drive-in, 1969. Yeah, I was 1 year old. So I probably wouldn't remember. Yeah, David says, watch Love Me Tender. I think Love Me Tender is sad, especially when he dies at the end. But for being his first movie, I thought he did a great job on it. New comments. Frankie and Johnny. Maybe alongside Clint, I heard they were two good friends. Joe, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if him and Clint Eastwood were friends. I never heard that. Good to know. Frankie and Johnny. See, Don and Michael both say Frankie and Johnny. I didn't think Frankie and Johnny was a. Oh, your answer. Oh, duh. Donna. You're answering the question about Donna. Yeah, because everybody was putting Frankie and Johnny. I'm like, oh, you guys like that movie? But you're answering the question that I asked earlier. My hair is gray now, but it was blonde. So there you go. Marcus, I heard that. I heard that his mom could not watch the end of that movie because he dies at the end. Sorry, spoiler alert. 60-some years spoiler alert. They say eating a banana will help with leg cramps because of potassium. I really like clamp. Like, thank you, Barb. I do on occasion eat bananas, but I have heard the potassium does help that. I just think it's also age. Shelly and Nancy, but favorite is Josh Rock. Yeah, all good movies. Green Acres, Donna was better. I can't talk. I've been watching Justified. Elvis would have been perfect as Raylan Gibbons. Man, I heard Justified's I've never seen it, but I heard it's a really, really good series. I'll have to check it out. I didn't know Donna was in Green Acres. Probably should have. Ken says, why is Loving You so hard to get on physical media? Ken, are you in the States or are you abroad? Because I think I have seen it on Amazon. I'm hesitant to get anything more of Elvis's movies on Blu-ray because I'm afraid I'm going to spend the money on them, and within 6 months to a year, they'll come out on 4K. Because right now, Blue Hawaii is the only one that's out on 4K, and I do have that. Paul says Elvis and Donna sat and read the Bible together. Yeah, Elvis was very spiritual, which I love. Love that about Elvis. Yeah, and I got the newer release. It's released by the same company who did the 4K Blue Hawaii. It's a Blu-ray version of King Creole, and those movies look so phenomenal. Oh yeah. Donna Douglas was Ellie Mae. Oh, I didn't know they hooked up. That's right, Beverly Hillbillies. Elvis and Charles Bronson. TCB, you ain't right, brother. He said he and Charles Bronson never hooked up. No. I heard maybe 2 weeks ago that I was watching something. They said that Charles Bronson hated that movie. Kid Galahad said he hated it, almost like it was beneath him, and he looked back on it not with fond memories. But hey, you got to start with Elvis Presley, the greatest entertainer in the world. What's not to love? Yeah, Ken Pope says most of the eBay loving use are bootleg. Yeah, you got to be careful with the bootlegs. All right, Joe. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. As always, always good talking to you. Yeah, we'll catch up later tonight, maybe, hopefully. Uh, Hello, DeBoy Blanc. Hope you're doing well. Um, yeah, I'm not a like I said, I'm really hesitant to get anything on Blu-ray. I almost on Amazon. I almost bought. It happened at the World's Fair on Blu-ray. My fear is I want to get it in a year from now. It's going to go on 4K. Robert, how are the Blu-rays in the 50th comeback set? I don't think they sell them separately. I don't think they do. I know the audio they do sell them separately, but not the Blu-ray. I think the DVDs of the 68 special looked fantastic. So I have not watched the Blu-rays yet. I've been so flippin' busy. Nancy says Kid Galahad is coming out on Blu-ray. Good movie. But Robert, yeah, I don't think they do. I think, in fact, you can get them on DVD, but I don't think they've been released separately on Blu-ray. The audio, which the set that I did my couple videos ago, um, and don't do like I did. I don't know if any of you saw my post on my community page. Like a dummy, I didn't look around. I saw it on the Graceland store, and I paid. Not only did I pay $149.99 for it, and like $14 to ship it. Joe came back and said that it was on Amazon with free shipping for I think $82 or $84. I almost cried. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Um, Ken, no, Kid Galhead, I don't think is released on 4K. If it is, I haven't heard about it. The only one that came out on 4K is Blue Hawaii. I think that came out right around Christmas time, and it looks spectacular. You see my TV behind me. I have an OLED, 65-inch OLED, and it's jaw dropping how good it looks. It already looked good. I had it on because they had never released on Blu-ray, at least not here in the United States. It was released on DVD. I've had that one for probably 15 years, and because it was shot in Panavision and Technicolor and all that crap, it looked phenomenal on DVD. When they upscaled it to 4K, oh my word! I just started collecting Blu-ray. Jealous Rock to start with the Searcher. Yeah, shipping costs. Elvis 78, the shipping cost of the Elvis. Are you talking about the Australia, the Elvis shop in Australia? Because yeah, anything you're getting in the UK, anything you're getting from Japan, I bought from a friend of mine in Japan. Like shipping costs are insane, absolutely insane. Um, it's a shame. It's a shame that the cost of everything has gone up. Everything has just gotten so over the top expensive. You had let me find it here. Okay, I'll pull this out. I have my. I was just. I got two copies of this. Where's my other one? This is my play copy. But when this came out, this sold out. The pre-sale sold out, and it's gone for stupid money now. It's gone for like 175, $200 per copy. Tracy, I bet it does look great on the big TV. Michael, Shop Elvis takes way too long to get anything from. Yeah, it didn't used to be that way, quite honestly. I've actually been buying from there for many years, at least the last 5 years I've been collecting. But it's been lately. Yeah, I don't know if it's just the amount of things that they sell. Elvis Way says, oh, hi, Mark. Hey, Alan. Got my RSD Burning Love yesterday. Love the coverage. Did you get the VPI RSD releases? Alan, I have not. At the top of this stream, I did say the Elvis is Black and the uh, Elvis was the One. Those two releases. I have not even pre-ordered them. Um, I'll definitely get Elvis was the One. I'm kind of still on the fence about Elvis is Black. I'm not sure if I want to get it. It's pricey. I know it's sold out on certain sites. I love the vinyl. VPI does an amazing job with their quality control. I've always been very happy with their releases. Um, but yeah, it's gone for I think it's like 60 pounds, which comes out to like 80, 85 bucks. Wow, Michael, you haven't gotten your copy yet from Elvis Presley Boulevard? Oh my word. Elvis78 says, Ken, seriously, I know you joke with me a lot, and I I don't take it to heart. I don't get upset, but yeah, you tease me a lot, which is all good. I always laugh when I see your comments. But I will tell you, if you compare what I'm buying now to what I was buying 6 months ago, it's not even close. Like I was spending hundreds per week, and now I'm way below that. I still am buying. I'm not gonna say I've stopped, but I have seriously cut back. It may not seem it, but I definitely have. Elvis78 says last time I took a look, it's almost $40 to send. Yeah, it's that way for everybody. I think it's really gotten out of hand. Du Bois says, does anyone know how many Elvis movie soundtracks have been downloaded? Ooh, I'm assuming they're all available to download if you search for them. Because he did what, 33 movies? Michael, just curious. You said Shop Elvis says still to be shipped. Still to be shipped what? Are you talking about Elvis Presley Boulevard or the Elvis is Black? Because the Elvis is Black, I think they are in the process of shipping. If it's Elvis Presley Boulevard, you should have gotten your copy a couple weeks ago. Diane, I'm glad you got your copy. Glad you loved it. Tracy, no, I'm not spending my kids' inheritance. It seems that way, but I'm not. EP Boulevard. Yeah, Michael, I would reach out. Are you talking about the Elvis Shop of London, Michael? If you haven't got it yet, you need to reach out because I think if you go to the site at the top where it has the banner for the shop in pink, I think there's an area where it says email us at. If you click that, the owner gets the email. I would reach out. You should have gotten that a long time ago. Did you pre-order it, Michael? Shop Elvis, yeah, Shop Elvis. Well, there's Elvis Shop, which is like Australia, but then there's also Elvis Shop of London. That's what I'm trying to get clarity with you on. Elvis Shop of London. Yeah, if you pre-ordered it, you need go to the website at the top, and it's pretty small. You got to look for it, but at the top, kind of in the middle, a little bit towards the right, I think there's one that says contact us. You can click the link. I would send the owner, his name's Chris. I would send him an email and say, look, dude, I ordered this a while ago. I haven't gotten it because I think it's been almost 3 weeks ago that most people were getting their copies. I pre-ordered it too, and I just missed or just came within missing out by like a day because I think the day after I did my pre-order, they were released, and then it was posted on Facebook on a page that I followed that they were sold out and they didn't have any more. They're in Virginia. Diane, it's a great one. Paul, I ordered RSD Burning Love from Elvis Shop London on Sunday and arrived on Tuesday. That's the thing. Like sometimes I've gotten stuff really quick. Yeah, Michael, that's not cool. Poor guy, man. Michael says I've sent about 6 different emails. Yeah, I'm starting to be more selective too with who I buy from. I'll keep that. I'll keep that what I just said kind of cryptic because I don't want to knock anybody, but I mean I've been buying from several people for a while. Elvis Shop in London, I've been buying. I'll just say this: I've never had a problem with Elvis Shop of London. I've been buying for many years from them. I've never received anything damaged. Most of the time, I receive things quick. Um, in the 5 years I've been buying from them, I've had one issue where something took about 2 weeks for me to get. Actually, twice. It happened about a year and a half ago, and then the Elvis shop of the Elvis Presley Boulevard. Um, I ordered it, and that took almost 2 weeks for me to get. Which um, I ordered it. I got the confirmation that it was ordered. A week went by. I didn't hear anything else. I reached out to the owner, and then I got an email saying that it was processed, and then it was like another 7 or 8 days before I got it. So it took a little over. Um, it took a little over 2 weeks for me to get it, but other than that, I myself have never had any issues with them. I'll have to call them, and I have $130 and 2 hours paid for in March. Yeah, March 13th, dude. It's you're almost talking. We're going into May. You should have gotten them. You should have gotten them a while ago, Michael. I'm sorry, bud. That sucks. I will say I've recently, within the last probably 2 to 3 months, I've heard other people. Again, I don't want to knock anybody. Like I said, I myself have never had really any issues, but I've heard other people have had a couple issues here and there. But maybe it's just really busy. Yeah, Michael, I would definitely call or um, look him up and see if you can get a hold of him. Thank you, Cool Elvis Way. I appreciate that. Yeah, Michael, that like I said, because a lot of these releases, they're not cheap. They're not. Um, it does. It just stinks when you have to go through that. Mal says I've been buying off Chris for over 30 years with no problems. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I myself have not, other than the delay from this last set, like I said, about a year and a half, maybe even 2 years ago, I had one that it took about 10 to 12 days for me to get it, but I reached out to him, got it like the next day. So, like I said, myself, I've never have gotten anything damaged or anything like that, but I don't know. To each his own. It's what everybody, wants to do, where to shop. I'll never, knock anybody. I'll never tell anybody not to shop here or there. It's just got to go. What works best for you. I've heard a lot of people say they've never had an issue. So, but yeah, Michael, hopefully you get your stuff. I'm waiting for my items from Elvis Shop Australia. It's the first time I buy something from that shop. Elvis 78, I've only bought from them once too. I bought a couple FTDs from them about 3 or 4 months ago. Um, and again, it's coming from Australia. I'm in the United States. It took about 2 weeks for me to get them. I was getting a little concerned, but then I did receive them, and they were in perfect shape. Don't know who likes Elvis in concert CBS, but I found a 2023 version on YouTube. Alan, I saw the very same thing. It's a fairly new video, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's a little over an hour. It is good. I agree with you. All right. Cheers, Mark. Got to go. Keep rocking the Elvis Way. Thank you, Elvis Way. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you watching. So yeah, I'll probably go another 10 minutes. I got to, when I get off here, get dressed, get ready to go pick my wife up at work, get our girls from school, and be on my merry way. So I'll keep this going for, like I said, for like another 10 minutes. And but I love these streams. I love to be able to chat with you all, and you pick my brain and I pick yours. Michael says it's not Elvis Shop Alone. It's called Shop Elvis. Oh, in the States. Duh. Okay, now I feel like a complete moron. Yes, shopelvis.com. When you said Shop Elvis, I was thinking Elvis Shop of London. Okay. Okay, that would explain it. So last I heard, they still haven't even received it yet. So yeah, it might be a little bit longer, but you should get them soon. I'm sorry. Thanks for clearing that up, Michael. I apologize. And yes, they are in Virginia, I believe. So yeah, hopefully you get it soon. Tracy says, waiting eagerly for the Blue Hawaii set. So excited. Tracy, I cannot tell you how over the moon excited I am. My favorite movie, my favorite soundtrack. I cannot wait to get my paws on those books. Ronnie says, will you be getting the 1972 Summer Festival for release? Ronnie, actually, don't. I actually have sold off my. I have several of the MRS releases on vinyl. and they're a good company, but I'm trying to just focus on original releases that came out during Elvis's lifetime, FTDs, and the VPI. So anything else, MRS. What I did have, I've sold off. I did have several of them, but I sold off my MRS vinyls. I might get them on CD down the road, but I don't know. And I like MRS. Don't get me wrong. It's not for a lack of enjoying them or liking them. I just have so much stuff that I've collected, and I said this in other videos. I'm busting out the seams. I'm running out of room, frankly, to store a lot of this. This is just a small part of it behind me, because this is where I keep like all my FTDs. I think from FTD, my FTDs are from here all the way to about here. So all those are FTDs. So I'm getting quite a few of them back. You're funny. I compared the original MSG with the Sony and you know what? The only thing about MSG, the only problem that I have with MSG, and this is going to sound like a knock, and it probably kind of is. MSG, like they released the Black Tornado. Well, all that was is the FTD of the Boston Garden Show in 1971. They added like a stereo effect to it to make it sound more open. And a lot of people love it. But they just release a lot of like they came out with I can't remember what it's called. It's coming out. It's coming out on vinyl, but I think it came out on CD. It's the August 72 releases or the September 72 releases, which are also already out on FTD. I have them both. So Ida, how are you? Hello from Memphis. Go say hello to Elvis and Graceland for me when you go. Yeah, I love Follow That Dream, Ida. Love it. Great stuff. D Phil, where do you get your Elvis storage racks? This is actually the only one that I have in my house because it holds my turntable. It holds 2 levels of albums. And it doesn't hold a whole lot, to be honest with you. But I have a lot of my stuff is upstairs in storage. I have them in different album storage boxes. I have them stacked up in some areas. I even have I have a walk-in closet, my wife and I have stuff up on there, all my FTD books. But I have stuff everywhere upstairs. But yeah, I don't know where I bought this. I don't know. I don't know where I bought it, to be honest with you. I want to say Amazon, maybe. But I've had it for a few years, maybe 4. So yeah, yeah, it does the job. Like I said, when there's things here, the majority of this is Elvis. Like all these, I don't know if you can see all of those are my original pressings that I have. I have I have 3 copies of Roustabout, all originals. I have 2 of the stereo and 1 of the LPMs. Eric, I have it. Yeah, Levi says sometimes I want to sell all my albums, but it's like an addiction to collect them. Yeah, I couldn't sell them. I've sold some. Like I said, I've sold my MRS, but I reinvested. I put it back because I want to be able to do things for my channel, show off. So I do have something really cool that's in the mail now. I'll do a video on it. I'll keep it a secret for now, so just to kind of build up the excitement. But it's something that I'm almost flabbergasted that I was going to be able to get. I never thought I would own it because it's an FTD release. I'm not even going to say what it is. It's from 2011, long since deleted, but somebody posted it and said that they had a copy of it, and I jumped on it. And I got it for a phenomenal price. Do you collect any of the Friday music or music on vinyl? Ronnie, I do have a few music on vinyl. I also have Speaker's Corner, which I really like Speaker's Corner. I know some people are saying Friday music. I had almost all of Friday music, and I sold those as well. I'm not a huge fan of Friday music. I don't dislike them. Like I kept some of the ones that like I have. Let's see what I do have. I have this one. This one I haven't even opened. It's on blue vinyl. I saw this on eBay for like $250, $300 the other day. So I think this is the Barnes and Noble, although it doesn't have the sticker, but it's blue vinyl. And this one was available for a very small time, and it's gone too. It's the Friday Music Blue Hawaii. Hey, Curtis, how you doing, buddy? D-Fill, no, they're not stacked. It's one solid unit. But I'll actually share this to you. This is actually really cool. But it's got the original. It's got a gatefold. But what's really cool there, it's got the same back that the major ones do, but it's got. I don't think this one has a poster. Does it? No, doesn't have a poster. But it's on really cool heavyweight blue vinyl. Yeah, it's really cool. It's got the full album. Yeah. In addition to Blue Hawaii being my favorite album, it's what I have the most pressings of. I had the Friday Music. I had the new MoFi, the one that came out on the 45 RPM. I have an original. I had an original US 1961 press with the Twist special sticker on it, but I sold it. Yeah, because I have so many copies. I have the Castle. Can't remember what it's called, but I have a Canadian first press. I have just so many versions, and of course, I got the new Blue Hawaii set. Pretty much everything I buy is online. I don't buy anything in person really. I can't get it back in the. That's the way it always works. You open these and you can never get them back in the. Never get them back in the. There we go. There we go. So I got that one, and then I think I got Live at the International, and then I have this one. I picked this up from a record store recently for like a few bucks. Still sealed. Actually, I think I traded for it. I traded in, I got cash for it. And as I was leaving, I thumbed through the Elvis selection, and they had a sealed Moody Blue. And I said, "Can you throw in this as far as part of the trade?" He's like, "Yeah, have it." I'm like, "Cool." Castle Music, yeah. Ronnie, I don't have to tickle me. It's going for stupid money too. All right, Mal. You have a good one, buddy. Thanks for joining in. Let's see. Yeah, I'll stay on for like another couple of minutes, but yeah, I gotta kind of pack it in and get ready to go myself. Head into the city to get my wife. Yeah, so I think I have 4 of the Friday Musics. Yeah, Curtis, Curtis, are you still selling off a lot of your vinyl? I know you sold some recently. Eric says I have the Christmas 57 with the gold sticker. Not sure what it's worth. If it's in good shape, Eric, it's worth. I always love saying this. I heard this comment from I heard Ed always say this. It goes for stupid money. Curtis, I hope your test came back well and you're doing better, buddy. Yeah, Eric, if you have an original Christmas with that sticker on it and the album's in good shape, it's worth a crap load of money to put it nicely. All right. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I had a great turnout. At one point, we had almost 40. I think we had 39 people tuning in. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Enjoy seeing your comments. Love chatting with each one of you. I'm actually on vacation next week, so I'll probably do my normal one next week, and I'll probably throw in another live stream to do that. Got some got some ideas in the world I'm going to go into. Like I said, this item that I'm waiting for that I'm hoping to get in the next few days is being shipped from I think the Netherlands. Can't wait. Can't wait to get that. But Adrian, thank you. Paul, thank you. So yeah, thank you to everybody that took the time to watch, to comment. I really, really do appreciate all your support. Hope you have a great Wednesday. And until we meet again, y'all take care. Bye.